Conspiracy theories are a popular form of content people love. There are conspiracy theories about everything, including wrestling, and some of them actually seem to make some sense. So today, I decided to rate them from 1 to 10. The Yes Movement was planned. There's a conspiracy about it, and bro, I'm gonna say some things add up. To explain this theory, we should start with how the story even started. At SummerSlam 2013. Before SummerSlam, the Yes Movement was starting to naturally take off. He had a match with Randy Orton on a Raw, where this really showed how he had grown from WrestleMania 28. He would go on to beat Randy, and already this is something that might show the WWE already had big plans for Daniel Bryan, as not a lot of people are getting dubs over a big top star. To follow up on this, John Cena handpicked him on Raw and had promos with him and a match at SummerSlam. The match is regarded as an instant classic, and it surprised to a lot because Daniel Bryan actually won. For the first time, he was a WWE champion and beat the guy in the company. Then Triple H turned on him, pedigree, cash in, boom. He was no longer a WWE champion, but wouldn't this be all? I mean, we saw it time and time again, specifically with Zack Ryder. They did him wrong. As soon as he started getting over, they said deuces. On the contrary, Daniel Bryan was on Raw the very next night in a segment with the boss's daughter, Stephanie McMahon. Not only that night either, he had this happen for, I would say, the better part of the second half of 2013. They eventually had Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton at Night of Champions for the WWE Championship, and although Daniel would win it for the second time, the decision would get reversed, and that really seems like a way to get heel heat on someone and build up a babyface. I'd honestly give this theory a 7 out of 10. I do feel like at least some part of WWE wanted to make this big star out of Daniel Bryan. I mean, he was already world champ 3 times by the time he went to WrestleMania 30. And he was a pretty big mainstream star. But I don't know, maybe WWE really just didn't like Mr. Triple Threat. HBK was never injured. This theory claims that Shawn Michaels was never injured in 1998. The theory goes that WWE put him on the payroll to give him time to rest after he had dedicated more than a decade to wrestling. This would also keep Shawn away from WCW, but honestly, this one seems like a dud. People have pointed out that Shawn really had a scar and a couple of herniated discs, although I will say props to him for coming back somehow better after the injury. The man put on his best matches. I'd give this theory a 3 out of 10. Sheamus accidentally won the WWE Championship in 2009. Sheamus is a brute, quite literally, and he was always destined for greatness. But there's a theory out there that his first WWE Championship was won through a botch. It came as a big shock to people, seeing as it was only 166 days after his debut. But there's really only one argument for this theory, and it's that the table spot looked botched. So let's watch it. Nah, it looked off, but not like a botch. It was kind of awkward. I think you can even hear John Cena say something right before the spot takes place. I would give this theory a 5 out of 10. Kevin Owens didn't know he was winning the Universal title. The theory is that Kevin didn't know about winning until he pretty much was out there. But nah, this has been debunked as he has since revealed when he found out. Certain characters have had different characters behind the mask. The Undertaker and the Ultimate Warrior are the 2 characters fans believe this about the most. But the Ultimate Warrior, one which probably is the more believable one for most, has been pretty much debunked, as the reason there were differences throughout the career is because he cut his hair and got a little less muscular, but it was always the same dude. The Undertaker one was just a storyline, and Mark always played that character. I'd give this conspiracy theory a 2 out of 10 because although in real life it seems like there was only one of each, in story there were 2 Undertakers. Injured wrestlers wrestled for WWE again because other companies would have allowed them to. This one is pretty convincing. Edge and Daniel Bryan are 2 wrestlers that came back after they had gotten offers from other companies. I remember Edge said something along the lines of a company had expressed interest in him before his big 2020 return in the WWE 24 documentary. Daniel Bryan seemed like he had options to go wrestle in Japan or on the indies, and yeah, the WWE let him back in the ring. But at the end of the day, if it's true, is it really that big of a deal? They just don't want someone else to get a bag. They potentially could with stars they've already had. So yeah, I'd give this one a 9 out of 10. That's pretty much all the conspiracies I've seen worth talking about so far, and honestly, they aren't as crazy as I'd expect theories to go. But do you guys agree that both the Yes Movement being planned and the last injured wrestlers theory have a great chance of being true or not? Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I honestly really enjoyed making it. Thanks for the support, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment. Do anything that you know to make my channel popping. Peace out.